I'm glad to be standing here. Amen. And God is good, is faithful. I want to thank the woman of God for her jollof rice. Hallelujah. Amen. May the Lord continue to bless your cover and you lack nothing. Amen. Amen. So today we are going to enter, we're still in the year of exceeding faith, but this week, this particular season, we learned since last Thursday or last Sunday rather. Reverend did a teaching on the feast of a Jew, right? Okay. So we did Rosh Hashanah. We came out of Rosh Hashanah. We entering now Yom Kippur. Okay. Yom Kippur, you have the fall holidays and then you have the spring holidays. We are in the fall holidays. Yom Kippur is a solemn time. I ask each one of you to come with your shawl. So at this time, I would like everybody to put the shawl on. If you don't have your shawl, I have a spare one that you can use. But I like everyone to cover themselves with the shawl right now. Get the shawl. Get your prayer shawl. I don't see you moving. Oh. Prayer shawl. You have your prayer shawl? And if you don't have, you can use this one. I see one there. Whose prayer shawl is this one? Justin. There's another one in that thing. Is it empty? Yeah, it looks like it has something. Justin, do you have two? Yes. Okay, can someone use it? Okay. Open and give it to, you need one because you're going to be walking around ministering the mic. So give it to me. Give it to me. And anyone who does not have a prayer shawl, I'd like for you to cover yourself. You need to be covered. No one in this sanctuary. You need to be covered. Yeah. Pass it along. Get a blanket, put it on your shoulder. Hey, Mom. Here's a blanket. Everyone put a blanket on your shoulder. All the children have one. Good guys. I know the children are they are so young. They are being well trained. Hallelujah.
I said, Mama Israel over there. Oh yeah. Because you even have, you always cover your head, and I feel like the Holy Spirit told you to do that. Like, I don't know. I don't know. He said that's why the conservative Jews are always, they cover their heads. Call you Mama Israel.
So, we are going to so Yom Kippur. Oh, okay. Okay. Just everybody gets settled with the blanket. And it's a little chilly, so it's a blessing. You get warmer. The Holy Spirit will warm you up very well today. Hallelujah. And this fire was so, I got a big shock of it. Yeah. So, Yom Kippur is a solemn time of observance. Father, we stand at your feet and we ask that you yourself come and talk to us about your feast. Talk to us about your word. Release it the way you package it. Feed us in what you want us to eat on today. Let your name be glorified. Anything that tries to erect itself against your will, we bind, we rebuke in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the resurrected King. Hallelujah. Amen. So, Yom Kippur is a solemn time because after we enter into a new year, we want to enter into a new year with the perspective of entering in the right place with God. Hallelujah. So it's a time of atonement, it's a day of atonement. But the way we learn it from the Old Testament. And then we are from which testament are you from? From the New Testament dispensation, right? But where do we get our testament? Where do we get our food from? Our ground, the Old Testament. We lay foot in the Old Testament and then we step into the New Testament. Hallelujah. So we don't forget where we're coming from as we are in the new dispensation. A lot of people like to discount the Old Testament. You cannot have a New Testament without the Old Testament. Hallelujah. Amen. So as we are doing Yom Kippur, we're observing it in the New Testament. It's a different perspective that we're looking at. So today, we are sitting down right now. Jordan, will you sit, please? We are sitting down right now, covered with a shawl. This represents what? This shawl. What does it represent? A covering, but it represents a covenant. It's a covenant that gives you covering. It's a covenant that gives you covering. It's a covenant. Hallelujah. So the covenant that it represents was done through whom? Through Christ. Right? So we are going to observe Yom Kippur having this over us. That's a symbol of Christ on us right now. It's a symbol of his blood. It's a symbol of Christ. So we cover ourselves with Christ. That's how we're standing. So it's when Yom Kippur is a solemn day of atonement. What is atonement? Atonement is forgiveness of sin. It's redemption. It's being made whole. Okay? So Jesus Christ is our redemption. All right? Okay, so keep your shawl on. It's part of the teaching. So we are going to do that, talking about the feet of the kinsman redeemer. And we're going to visit Ruth chapter 3, verse 1 to 18, and 4, 1 to 5, other scriptures. When we are used to know the story of Ruth, is the story of a love story, a marriage, a remarriage. Okay? But there is an embedded story in there. It's a story of salvation, redemption, being purchased. Hallelujah. Amen. So that's what we're going to do today. And we're doing that in this season for a purpose. So we are going to look at the feet of the kinsman redeemer. Okay, let's go to the next. If somebody has the Bible, I know we know the story of Ruth, but I would like for us to pull it. Ruth chapter, let's be situated. We have Ruth chapter what? 4, 3 and 4. Okay. Get the passages and be situated.
Ruth chapter.
Okay. So who is the kinsman redeemer? For that we're going to read.
Okay. So this redemption assured, this is chapter 3, verses 1 to 18.
No, not 1 to 18. 1 to 18 is a passage, is our bedrock, is our passage. But I want you to read a specific one that has, that I want to give the background of the kinsman redeemer. Let me tell you who he is first. Look at verse 20. Which one do you have? Okay. Chapter 1. Okay. 4 verse 4. Go ahead. But I'd like for you to position 3. I want you to read 3. I'll make that point and then you read 3. Then we move on. Go ahead.
Chapter 4, Luke chapter 4, verse 4. This is Boaz speaking. He says, "And I thought to inform you, saying, buy it back in the presence of the inhabitants and the elders of my people. If you will redeem it, redeem it. But if you will not redeem it, then tell me that I may know. For there is no one but you to redeem it, and I am next after you." And he said, "I will redeem it."
Okay. All right. So, what is a kinsman redeemer? You read this later. In a Jewish tradition, it's a male relative. Okay, is responsible to act for a relative who was in trouble, in danger, or need vindication. It works in a matrimonial and non-matrimonial situation. In Ruth's case, it's in a matrimonial situation. Hallelujah. In the matrimonial law, the kinsman redeemer marries the widow and acquires her and all the descendants and property of the late husband. And to do that, it has to be someone from the family. It has to be a relative of the dead man. Hallelujah. Okay. So we have established that. Now let's move on so we can get to the specific verses. Let's move on to the next. I was trying to keep it as short as possible, so let's do that. All right. So Ruth chapter 2, verse 11 to 12. Let's go there. She says, "The God of Israel, under whose wing you have come to take refuge." That's Boaz speaking. Read chapter 2.
Chapter 2, 11.
Mm-hmm.
It is written in chapter 2, verses 11 and 12. "And Boaz answered and said to her, It has been fully reported to me, all that you have done for your mother-in-law since the death of your husband, and how you have left your father and your mother and the land of your birth, and have come to a people who you did not know before. The Lord repay you, and repay your work, and a full reward be given you by the Lord God of Israel, under whose wings you have come for refuge."
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Let's pause here a little and chew on that. The God of Israel, under whose wing you have come to take refuge. Remember the story of Ruth, right? Everybody thinks it's a story of obedience, or rather loyalty. It is. But Ruth had lived with her in-laws. She was married to a Jew, right? She lived with Naomi, her father-in-law, her husband, and all of the family. She has seen them worship a true God. She has seen that God being talked about. She heard it being talked about. She has seen what these people were doing. Hallelujah. She did not know that. She did not know a God like that could carry his children through a Red Sea. She did not know where she was from. Her parents' idols were maybe carved by the next door neighbor, or they'll go and collect them in the market. Remember the story of Rachel?
Yes.
Who carries her father's idol in the bag? Ruth has seen little idol line up and pray day and night to it. What is this God who gives food in the wilderness to his people called manna? What is this God who saved them and the walk, the cross the sea? What is this God who was a tower of light and a cloud protecting them for 40 years in a wilderness? What is this God? Wow. I want to know this God. I want this God. So Ruth, like I was telling men of God, my son Eve, about evangelism today in the office. Don't sweat anymore. God has preordered our steps.
Amen.
We are predestined by Him. For what? For you to sit here today in this calendar. For you to be in this service today. For you to be doing this. For you to be called grace. For you, He has ordained. This day, this clock, this moment is not a hazard, is not a coincidence, is not yours or my doing. It is all He's doing. There were 2 daughter-in-laws married to 2 Jewish men, living with a Jewish family. They did not say Opa and her husband live in another city, and Ruth and her husband live with Naomi and Elimelech or whatever his name was in that city. No, they were all in the same household, right? Living together as a family. So the 2 women were exposed to the same God, to the same practice of the God of Israel by the in-laws. They were both coming from the same place. It's not like Ruth was a Jewish lady or something, she had an upper hand. No, both of them came from where? Moab. They were Moabites. Both of them were idol worshippers. So Ruth did not have any privilege over Opa. They both came from the same place. They had married 2 brothers of the same mom, same dad, living in the same household, under the same roof, seeing, hearing, doing what those people were doing. Hallelujah. Amen. But guess what happened? Only one of them, who was predestined before she was born to be in a lineage of Jesus, to be part of a salvation plan, to be part of a redemption plan. She was the only one who answered the no in her heart, whose soul responding to the call. Because her soul was already prepared to carry Boaz, to carry the son of Boaz. Hallelujah. Her whole life was already prepared to be part of that assignment. You see? So, what just made me, I don't know how to respond to this, is that this is a God who decided that the Jewish are His privileged, beloved people. Yet because He is a God of all mankind, before He created mankind, the salvation plan was for everybody. Hallelujah. Are you getting me? The salvation plan was meant for humanity, not just for the Jew. So, Ruth came when she said, your people will be my people. She did not stop there. Your God will be my God. Amen. She came after the God of Naomi. She was going to a foreign land. She did not know the people. She did not know anything. And all she knew was dead, because the man of the house who could provide for them died. So her provision died, her security died, her identity died. But then she's following a widow who doesn't have anything. Are you getting me? So it's the God of Naomi, who was bigger than Naomi, behind Naomi, that Ruth came after. Because she said, if I only get that God, my future will be secure. Hallelujah. Amen. Are you with me? Yes. So Ruth came after the God of Naomi. and she found more than she could ever dream of. Hallelujah.
Amen.
So now we go to Ruth. Let's stay in the purpose for a minute and talk about the purpose. The purpose of the sender. To get to the purpose of the sender, we're going to go to chapter 4, verse 7 to 8. Read chapter 4, 7 to 8 to give you a perspective of this story unraveling.
Chapter 4, verse 7 and 8. Now this was the custom in former times in Israel concerning redeeming and exchanging. To confirm anything, one man took off his sandal and gave it to the other, and this was a confirmation in Israel.
Hallelujah.
And therefore, the close relative said to Boaz, buy it for yourself. So he took off his sandal.
He took off his sandal and showed it and gave it. Hallelujah. The sandal in the tradition in Israel is a transaction, is a confirmation, there's a word, is the transaction of inheritance and redeeming was confirmed. Okay, this is not missing here, but it attests of the confirmation of the transaction of inheritance. Hallelujah. And redemption. It creates a public record that the man takes off his shoe to show, to witness.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
I received the inheritance by taking this. I don't want the inheritance. In Ruth's place, in Ruth's case, the man renounced the inheritance instead of receiving it. So he takes his shoe and says, I renounce her. Because why? The verse tells us, we're going to get to that. Because why? Boaz takes, and I like the way Boaz did it. Oh, I love the way Boaz did it.
By the way,
Boaz says, I heard Naomi is selling her land. So she is the wife of a little, like, excuse me, butchering the poor man's name. Anyone from his king's men can purchase his land because he's deceased, and his widow wants to yield the land for a return. So she's selling the land. He tells the guy, you are the next of kin, the most qualified to buy that land. But by the way, if you buy the land, there is a young widow that you're going to have to carry with the land. She comes with the property of the land. And she is Ruth from Moab. She's a Moabite. He said, hey, a Moabite. I'm not marrying a Moabite.
Wow.
Yeah. Because they know the reputation of a Moabite. They are idolaters. And they are Gentiles. And Jews don't mix with that. Hallelujah.
Amen.
So he rejects the land, hence rejecting Ruth. But what happened when Ruth came to the threshing floor? We're going to go to the next. And by doing that, he had to confirm that his sandals is showing that he is serious about the decision he made. So he shows his sandals, and the elders take note that you have renounced now Boaz to purchase. Let's go to the next. Sweet. The windows are open, curtains are open. Now the purchase. Okay. What do we see here? What scene is that? That's a representation of Boaz and Ruth at his feet. Okay. Chapter 3, verse 7 to 9. She has it, she wants to read it.
Chapter 3, verse 7. Chapter 3, verse 7 to 9. And when Boaz had eaten and drunk, and his heart was merry, he went to lie down at the end of the head of corn, and she came softly and uncovered his feet and laid her down. And it came to pass at midnight that the man was afraid and turned himself. And behold, a woman lay at his feet. And he said, who art thou? And she answered, I am Ruth, thine handmaid. Spread therefore thy skirts over thine handmaid, for thou art a near kinsman.
Amen.
Amen.
So she says, I am Ruth, your servant. Spread the corner of your garment over me, since you are my kinsman redeemer. What is the symbolism of that?
Protection. Ownership.
This is what you did right now. The shawl that is on you is your kinsman redeemer gave you that shawl.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
She came to his feet and she said, give me salvation. You are the kinsman redeemer.
Wow. I never understood.
Spread your garment of salvation, of redemption, of protection. Put it on me. I'm here for you. I am your servant. I need redemption. Hallelujah. So, Ruth saw the God of Naomi and she followed her. Now, what happened? What is the switch? From following Naomi to laying at the feet of Boaz, what happened? Ruth is like, I have landed in this town where the God of Naomi is. I want him as well. I don't just want to hear about him. I don't just want to see them worship him. Like when I was at home and there were foreigners in my land. Now I'm in the hometown. I want to become part of that God. I want that God to purchase me, to take me in, to make me his.
Amen.
Hallelujah. So Ruth now moves from being a follower, a watcher, a hearer, a witness rather, of who the God of Israel is, and becoming a redeemer. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
So Ruth is putting a demand on the saving grace of that God for her life. She says, save me.
Amen.
I know I'm a Moabite, but if your child married me, and if you found that I was worthy to be married, now I just don't want to be the widower of a Jewish. I want to enter into covenant with you.
Wow.
I want you to be my God. From I follow you, your people will be my people, to your God will be my God. This is the moment your God becomes my God.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
So I don't just want to know you, who you are God through my in-laws. I don't want to be hearing how good of their God is. Hallelujah.
Amen.
I want a relationship with you. Okay? That's what Ruth did to Jehovah. She came after him. She came after the God of Israel. Hallelujah.
Amen.
So we see that in these two illustrations I put there, and I put the story of blind Bartimaeus when he was Jesus, son of David, have mercy on me. This is what Ruth did at the feet of Boaz. Jesus, son of David, have mercy on me. Hallelujah. This is if only I can touch his garment. Put your garment over me. Put your garment over me. That's what I want you guys to keep. You guys need to be one with the garment today. Put your garment over me. Put your garment over me. If I can only touch the tidbit, this is called tidbit. If I can only touch the tidbit of this garment, I shall be made whole. And we know Jewish men carry the tidbit with them. So the garment roof put a demand on is the prayer shawl of Boaz. Put your prayer shawl, put your tidbit on me. Make me yours. Make me one of your garment. Hallelujah.
Amen.
So by doing that, where was she? Was she standing when she asked that? No. She was laying down. An act of worship, an act of submission, an act of humility. That's what this one did with the alabaster box. Hallelujah.
Amen.
She came wretched with a reputation in town, with all the filth that her life put on her, all the names, all the everything. But she brought something. The alabaster box is her soul, is herself, is her income, is the whole of all of her. She came and she broke it at the feet, gave it to Jesus. That's what Ruth did. She gave herself totally to Boaz. This woman lay down and touched the garment. She gave all of 12 years of suffering. She said, today, not today. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Today, not today, I did touch that garment.
Yeah.
I did be healed. Hallelujah.
Amen.
So Yom Kippur is calling us for a time of solemnity, a time of making ourselves one with the Lord again. Remembering the finished work of the cross through the garment that He gave us. This is salvation. This is redemption. This is healing. This is power. This is anointing. This is identity. This is covenant. This is provision. This is everything, inheritance, future, destiny, everlasting life, forever and ever. Amen. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Let's move to the next. So, Yom Kippur and the day of purchase. The day of atonement, Leviticus 16, verse 29 to 34. Somebody read it. I took a couple, but read the whole 4 or 5 verses, and then look at it.
The priest who was anointed, ordained, and succeeded his father.
Read 19. This is only verse 32. I did not make that didn't. And what I'm giving you all the thing. Find it in the Bible. 19 to 20, 19 to 29 to 34. You got it? Okay, go ahead. Which version do you have? NIV.
This is to be a lasting ordinance for you. On the 10th day of the 7th month, you must deny yourselves and not do any work, whether native born or a foreigner residing among you. Because on this day, atonement will be made for you, to cleanse you. Then, before the Lord, you will be clean from all your sins. It is a day of Sabbath rest, and you must deny yourselves. It is a lasting ordinance. The priest who is anointed and ordained to succeed his father as high priest is to make atonement. He is to put on the sacred linen garments and make atonement for the most holy place, for the tent of meeting and the altar, and for the priests and all the members of the community. This is to be a lasting ordinance for you. Atonement is to be made once a year for all the sins of the Israelites. And it was done as the Lord commanded Moses.
Amen. So what do we see here? God himself is giving instructions how we were supposed to atone for our sins. And he says, the priest who is supposed to, the one who is supposed to succeed his father, the high priest. So we have the high priest, but he did not ask the high priest to do. He took the priest, because we know the lineage of priests. The priest wouldn't only by lineage with the Leviticus order. Okay? So the next priest who was supposed to succeed his father as high priest is the one who's supposed to do what? To put on his garments, read step by step, element by element. To put on the one who is anointed.
The priest who is anointed and ordained to succeed his father as high priest is to make atonement.
Yes, pause there, please. He is the one to make atonement. They did not say the high priest is to make atonement. They said the one to succeed his father. Grace, are you with us? Okay. The one to succeed his father is the one to do what? To make atonement. What happened when Jesus, who is Jesus? He's a high priest. But he came, when he came out, did he identify himself? The son that came from the father. Right? Yes. He identified himself as the son that came from the father. God is saying the son who is anointed, ordained to succeed the father is the one to make what? Atonement. Amen. He did not ask the high priest who's sitting as a high priest to make atonement. He said the son of the high priest who is next in line. Yes. Do you see? Yes. Is the one to make atonement. Amen. Hallelujah. Amen. Jesus is our high priest who came. After he made atonement, he was the anointed, right? He was the anointed, the ordained by whom? God. Through the hand of John the Baptist. He received baptism of water and baptism of the Holy Spirit. Right there before John the Baptist. So he was anointed, ordained, and he came as the heir of God. As a sent by God. Hallelujah. Amen. And he came to do what? To atone for our sin. You see? So what happened? He put on his sacred linen garment that a lot were casted on. Psalm 22, casted on. Reference Psalm 22:18 and Matthew 27:35. To get to that, let's go back and finish the reading. With Psalm, with Leviticus. Here, take it. Thank
you. He is to put on
Leviticus. Yeah, Leviticus 16.
He is to put on the sacred linen garment and make atonement for the most holy place.
Hallelujah.
For the tent of meeting and the altar, and for the priest and all the members of the community. Amen.
So he is to put on a secret linen garment, right?
Yes.
What did he have on? He had sacred garment on. That was so important. That was so part of the what can I say? Of a salvation, of a process. You see what I mean? There were no mere mere garments. There were important garments he had on. He had on the garment of a priest. Those garments were so important that they cast lots. Wow. They cast lots. Look at Psalm 22:18. And that's the Old Testament. That's before he came. So the casting of lots of his garment was predicted. So it was part of the salvation process. His garment were important. This is what you bring. This is what you and I are wearing. It's part of the salvation process. Hallelujah.
Amen.
If it wasn't that good of importance, it would not have been prophesied, predicted. And that prophecy wouldn't have happened in Matthew 27:35. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Verse 33 of this passage says, our high priest, my interpretation, our high priest Jesus made atonement for the most holy place, for the tent of meeting, and for the priests and all the people of the community on the cross. Because that's what verse 33 is saying. Read it again. Verse 33.
And made atonement in the most holy place,
Mhm.
for the tent of meeting and the altar,
Mhm.
and for the priests and all the members of the community.
He made atonement for the whole, from the most holy place, or
For
for
the most holy place.
what happened when Jesus died? The curtain ripped open. The curtain ripped open. When the curtain of the most holy place ripped open, what happened? The whole wide world was given access
Amen.
to the Father.
Amen. Yes.
That's what they're saying here. The most holy place, for the tent of meeting, and for the priests and all the community, the whole wide world. Jesus came to settle that matter once and for all.
Amen. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
And when he did that, he gave his garment to the Gentile that we are. That's what we wear. The most sacred garment that he wore, he gave it to us. He's covering us. To everybody, he made atonement. For all of us, he bled his blood. Hallelujah.
Amen.
So on the cross, he paid it all of it. Did he pay some sins? Few sins?
No.
In all.
All the sins. Past, present, future. All the sins. Did he pay for just a Gentile or just a Jew?
Everyone.
Everyone. You speak Arab, you speak Chinese, you speak whatever, you look green, you look red, you look black, you look yellow. It's for you. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Now the symbolism of roof. Roof is standing as the whole world except the Jew. Ruth is a foreigner.
Oh, you know, that's a good point. Very good.
Not only she's a foreigner, so in her nationality, culture, ethnicity, language, practices, understanding, all of that is different from the Jewish culture. Then she stands as an idolater. All the sins represent all the idolatry of our family bloodline of Africa. Ruth is representing that. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All the idolatry of the Western world, when they idolize people or whatever, all the idolatry of self.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
every kind of other idolatry, Ruth is representing that. So no matter what you are or I come from, the kinsman redeemer redeemed me,
Amen.
redeemed all of us. And he married us, right?
Yes. Yes.
Are we his bride?
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
So I think this should be the last one. Let's see. Yes. Hallelujah.
Amen.
So Jesus paid it all on the cross for us. He gave us a garment.
You know, I love that. I shouldn't interrupt you.
Go ahead. Take the mic.
You know, I always wondered, I never understood the garment. I was like, why I know there's a lot more meaning about her putting the garment, spreading that garment. And it just took 20 years, over 30 years actually, well, 25. Finally learned.
Thank the Lord. Where His Spirit is, there's what? Knowledge. Amen. Hallelujah. Because He's the one who gives the knowledge.
I also wanted to share Zechariah 8:20.
Yes, I did not want to go, but yeah, thank you.
Oh,
Thank you. No. Thank you. Go ahead and say it.
So Zechariah 8:23 says, this is NIV, this is what the Lord Almighty says. In those days, 10 people from all languages and nations will take firm hold of one Jew by the hem of his robe and say, let us go with you because we have heard that God is with you. So I see, I know there's a bit of an extension with other people, but I see that with Ruth as well.
That's a connection. Yeah. I was trying to know, and I tried to ask for Prophet Book, but I did not know how to ask Prophet Book to get the reference and but in the Old Testament, the kinsman redeemer was explained by prophecy, and this is one of them. The other one also talked about casting lots of his garment. So thank you for adding that. Sister Michelle, thank you for that. So it's amazing how when she was doing the worship, she was worshiping in French, and she said, "We serve a God of what? All mankind." Yeah. So the song that I have, there is a song that we are going to lift up to the Lord. But I know a lot of people will be uncomfortable. You know me, I like to do things that are hard sometimes. Thank you. We are going to prostrate before the Lord. Amen. Everybody, we are going to bow down before the Lord. We are going to prostrate with our garment, our sacred garment, our praying garment, our redemption garment, our covenant garment. We are praying with that garment over our head and worshiping Him. If you want to lay down, you can lay down, but you can prostrate. We're not sitting at the chair. We are our knees on the floor. Everybody. You will be like, I wish I did not come to church today. On your knees, we are bowing down to our kinsman redeemer. We are bowing down to the Lord of Lords, the high priest, the priest who came from the Father to atone for our sin, wearing the linen garment, wearing the priestly garment. We are bowing down. Go ahead. If you want to follow the lyrics, you can, but there are lyrics on the screen. This is Yom Kippur. It's a solemn time of coming before the Lord to ask to repent, to ask for forgiveness, in the full knowledge of the sacrifice He did for us as a kinsman redeemer, in the full knowledge of His blood that was shed for us as a kinsman redeemer. With our tears, we wash your feet. We bow low. We bow low. Falling on our knees. We bow low to the King of Kings. We bow low. Father, we come to ask mercy. Whatever we did to others, have mercy. Bring it to our remembrance who we have to go make amends. Bring it to our remembrance who we're supposed to reconcile with. Bring it to our remembrance who we're supposed to forgive. So that on the day of atonement on Wednesday, Father, we make one with you again, our kinsman redeemer. Our marriage is renewed, our vows is renewed. We will shake it down and see. Lifted up to him in several areas. Because he came as a kinsman redeemer for the whole world. He came to purchase the whole world. Falling on our knees. Falling on our knees, we yield totally to your redeeming plan. Thank you. Thank you. You are holy. And it's because you are holy that we see our sinful nature. And that's why we run to you, so that you can cleanse us. You can make us whole again. You can make us holy. You are holy. Holy are you, Lord, forevermore. It is young people. They turn to the new our vows. With our Lord, with our lover, with our boy, our kinsman redeemer, with our husband. Turn to the new our vows. And for that, the bride is preparing redemption with your forgiveness, repentance, 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 repentance. Oh, have mercy. Have mercy on us. Give us the strength to go make amends, to go reconcile. Because you did it. Powerful. Purchase. Ego. Priceless purchase you pay for. We bow low to you. We bow low to you. The King of Kings. We bow low. Anyone we have offended, Father, have mercy. Bring it to our mind so we can walk as forgiveness. Anyone that feel offended, or anyone that offended us, Father, help us release them. Help us release them.
Have your way in us. Have your way in us, oh God. We bow low. We bow low. Faces down.
Faces
To the ground.
to the ground.
In your presence, Lord.
We wash your feet
With our tears, we wash your
our alabaster
feet.
jar.
We bow low.
And it's our whole
We
life.
bow low.
It's all that we are. All that we are worth. We bow low with it and we give it to you.
We bow low. We bow low to the King. a king. Nazareth, oh, Hamshake, Saforu, Avahim, that Hosuret, for Shwimbo Ash, Nazeto, Hamshore, Vazonu Zagi, Saforu, Avahim, Eshote, Shomon. Holy, 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 holy are you, Lord, forevermore. Once we sing, Jangwamia, Fugiti, Zaniton, Zani, Nishanta, your mercy, from the south to the east, from the north to the west. Tell me what to see. That we come from every tongue, every language, every tribe. Because your garment was extended on us. Roof we are. Before you are Boaz. Every tongue. Cheta of wretched sinners and blood. You purchased us as a at your feet, Father, we bow down, our face to the ground. We pour our tears to you, and our hair wiping your feet. Touching the deep seat of your garment for healing, for restoration. We repent, Father, of anything. Any harm we cause others. We repent for holding grudges against people that hurt us. Right now, we forgive them. We release them. Right now, we ask repentance for what we did wrong. Our Lord. We bow low. We bow low. For you say what you did to others, we do unto you. We bow low. We bow low. That's the high priest for us. At your feet. It's a high priest. It's a place of honor for us at your feet. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Lord. Let the Spirit of God touch you in a point of need. Which one must be touched in the point of our need? Is it forgiveness? Is it anger? Is it self-image? Is it depression? Is it confusion? Are you overwhelmed by your environment? Are you overwhelmed by attacks? What's going on? What's going on? What is going on? Tell your daddy, give it to him. Give it to him. Is it an issue with the children? Is it an issue with barrenness? Is it an issue with settlement? Did you lose your job? Who offended you that you cannot forgive? What guilt are you carrying? What did you do that you are so ashamed of that you don't think God can forgive you? What sin is still oppressing? What sin is still ruling? What sin is still controlling? What is it? What is it? Is it the tongue that talks too much? Is it the heart that cannot forgive? What is it? The eyes are seeing things that are pure and you can't stay away? What is it? Is it gossip? Is it judging? What is it? You are at the feet of the KINSMAN Redeemer right now. Give it to him. Say, spread your garment over me. Father, touch me anew. Make me whole again. Strengthen me. Give me the power of your resurrection. Give me the power of your blood. Spirit of the living God, come on in. Come powerfully. Fill me with your fire. Fill me with your fire. Consume in me any impurity. Any impurities. Consume. Burn. Burn. Burn it out. Take it away. Let your light shine in us. Let your light shine in us. Let your light shine through us. Every bit of darkness, whether it's foul spirit, demonic spirit, familiar spirit, whatever spirit, let your light shine and cast out that darkness in us. Let your light shine inside of us right now. Let your light shine inside of us right now. Let your light shine inside of us right now. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the resurrected King. We come before the Lord. Touch us in the Lord. Our alabaster child's broke. Our life is before you. Our worth is before you. Who we are is before you. All that we are is before you. Touch us, Lord. Accept us. Accept our offering. Accept our offering. Consume it with your fire. Consume us with your fire. We are the offering. We are the offering before you. Consume us with your fire. Stop our bleeding of disease, of sin, of wrongdoing. Stop our bleeding. As we touch your garment, that is over us. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You want to stay before the Lord again. I'm going to if anybody needs a special prayer, I'm going to speak for you. If you want to stay bowing before the Lord, you can continue on before the Lord. You want to take offering right now. Thank you, Father. Thank you for being myself. Thank you.
I'm sorry. C'est qui? Comment une femme?